And let's now get to some global headlines we're following this hour. For that, we turn to our Eunice Kim at the NewsCenter.
Eunice, U.S. President Barack Obama is trying to bridge strained relations between the police and the African-American community in the U.S. amid the fallout from those racially charged protests in Ferguson and across the U.S. Where the U.S. is at right now, it seems mighty ambitious, but he has outlined a starting point.
Indeed, he has, Mark. He spent Monday meeting with civil rights leaders and members of the police force, and in an expression of commitment to see the problem through, the White House announced a special task force and a multi-million-dollar modern policing program to help bridge that divide. Our Lee Ji-yoon breaks it down for us.
Inside the White House on Monday, President Barack Obama held a series of meetings focused on what can be learned from the situation in Ferguson.
When any part of the American family does not feel like it is being treated fairly, that's a problem for all of us.
America continues to react to the Ferguson grand jury decision to not indict white police officer Darren Wilson in the fatal shooting of unarmed black teenager Michael Brown. In response, President Obama is calling for a 3-year, $263 million spending package to reform policing in the U.S. This package would include expanded police training programs with $75 million set aside to buy 50,000 body cameras for police officers. The president is also setting up a special task force chaired by a police commissioner and a university professor.
They are going to co-chair a task force that is not only going to reach out and listen to law enforcement, community activists, other stakeholders, but is going to report to me specifically in 90 days with concrete recommendations, including best practices for communities where law enforcement and neighborhoods are working well together.
Those at the meeting said the president seemed serious about bridging deeply rooted divisions. The NFL said Monday that it will not punish the St. Louis Rams players who on Sunday walked onto the field with their hands raised, mimicking those who protested the Michael Brown shooting with hands up, don't shoot gestures. The St. Louis Police Officers Association said the gesture was, quote, tasteless, offensive, and inflammatory, and it demanded an apology. Lee Ji-yoon, Arirang News.